Hello and welcome back to another episode of Transfer Talk. With the season having concluded, there are plenty of stories to get stuck into, so let's get straight into it. We begin proceedings at West Ham, who, according to a report from Sky Sports, could bring Jesse Lingard back to the club in the upcoming window. The attacker has been a long-term target for David Moyes, following his successful loan spell with the club during the 2021 campaign, when he contributed to 14 goals in his 16 appearances for the Irons. Since returning to Manchester United, though, Lingard has often been watching from the sidelines. Despite trying to depart last summer, the club held on to him, with both Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Ralf Rangnick promising to play him more. But Lingard has played just over 500 minutes in all competitions, with just 2 starts in the Premier League throughout the entire campaign, which has seen the player refuse to renew his contract, which is set to expire in June. With the England international available on a free, a number of clubs are thought to be interested in his services. However, David Moyes feels that his previous connection with the club will put them in a good position to convince him to join the Hammers on a free transfer. But where do you think Lingard will end up with his time at United now at an end? Let us know in the comments below. Heading over to North London now, as a report from The Telegraph has strengthened the links between Leicester City's Yuri Tielemans and Arsenal. The Belgian is into the final year of his contract at the King Power, and despite the best efforts of the Foxes hierarchy, he seems set to depart the club he joined in 2018 for a reported figure of £25 million. Tielemans is said to be hoping to play for a club in the Champions League, a competition Arsenal narrowly missed out on. However, according to the report, he is still keen to join Mikel Arteta's side. The Spanish coach is said to be pushing Arsenal to sign the Belgium international, as he looks to bolster his midfield options. If he were to join, he would no doubt become a key part of his midfield alongside Thomas Partey and Martin Odegaard. With his contract winding down, Leicester will seemingly have to cash in now before Tielemans is able to negotiate a pre-contract with the Gunners in January, which would see them lose him for free. Having spent £32 million on signing him from Monaco, it appears they could recoup most of the fee should they allow him to head to the Emirates this summer, although it's still considerably less than they would have been hoping for, considering how good he has been over the last 3 years. We now go over to Manchester City, with the newly crowned Premier League winners already scouting potential targets for next season, according to the Daily Mirror. Pep Guardiola is said to have decided on his replacement for the departing Fernandinho, who is out of contract, with Leeds' Calvin Phillips supposedly the preferred choice to take over from the legendary Brazilian midfielder. The England international is seen as the perfect profile by the Premier League champions, who will make their move in the coming weeks, according to the report. With his current club Leeds having secured safety in the top flight in dramatic fashion on the final day, it is thought that the cost of prizing Phillips out of his boyhood club could be considerably more than initially expected. City have apparently scouted the England man on numerous occasions this season as they weigh up the potential move. It is said that the player could cost around £50 million. Phillips is under contract with Leeds until 2024, although talks between the player and the club over an extension of his current deal, which sees him earn £35,000 a week, have stalled, with the player considering his future at the club. What do you think of this potential move? Tell us whether or not you think Phillips would fit in at the Etihad with a comment below. After the 2 biggest stars on the market committed their futures elsewhere, that being Kylian Mbappe deciding to stay with PSG and Erling Haaland opting for Manchester City, Real Madrid have been left in a bit of a predicament. Florentino Perez was expecting to land one of the 2 elite attackers this summer, but now has to turn his attention elsewhere. We reported on Euro Transfer Talk over on EFD yesterday that they were interested in AC Milan's Rafael Leao, but another name they are considering is Manchester City's Raheem Sterling. The Englishman is about to enter the final 12 months of his contract at the Etihad, just after adding a 4th Premier League title and 10th trophy in his 7 years at the club, after arriving in a £50 million move from Liverpool back in 2015. And remarkably, £50 million is the figure that Madrid believe will be enough to make the winger theirs, presenting a huge discount on his current £76 million value on Transfermarkt. Sterling might have accrued the lowest amount of Premier League minutes of his City career this season, but has proved he remains capable of performing at the very highest level, with 19 goal contributions, one more than last season, as Pep Guardiola's side won the title in dramatic fashion on the final day. And of course, it was his cross for İlkay Gundogan's header that kick-started the comeback against Aston Villa. In fact, in his 339 appearances for the club, the 27-year-old has scored 131 goals and set up a further 95, representing a goal involvement every 110 minutes, playing wherever he is required across the front 3. And Sterling would be willing to take that form to the Bernabeu. When quizzed about Real in a 2020 interview, he said, "They are a fantastic club. When you see the white shirt, you know what the club stands for. They are massive." As seems to be the case every summer, a number of Man City stars find themselves in flux, with the future of Gundogan, Gabriel Jesus and Riyad Mahrez all currently uncertain, as they, like Sterling, see their current deals expire at the end of the season. But would City be right to let Sterling go, and what do you think the Englishman could bring to Real Madrid? Let us know down below. Let's head over to Chelsea, who are expected to have a busy summer ahead of them, with the new ownership set to take over at any point now. With a new era beginning, they will look to make a statement, which could come in the way of a blockbuster move for Sevilla's Jules Koundé, according to Fabrizio Romano. The French defender is set to be their top transfer target for the coming window. However, it could be a costly operation, with the La Liga side not looking to sell their man unless his release clause is paid, which sits at a hefty €80 million. Chelsea are certainly in need of depth at the back. The club has already seen Antonio Rudiger depart on a free transfer, with Andreas Christensen, Marcos Alonso and Cesar Azpilicueta all expected to leave Stamford Bridge this summer too. With Thomas Tuchel in need of reinforcements, Koundé could be a very solid choice. Having been a key player for Sevilla for the last few seasons, playing Champions League football and also establishing himself within the France squad. The Blues had previously touted a move for the player as recently as January, however they were turned down, with the Spanish club not wanting to let go of an important member of their squad at the midway point of the season. Romano has said that Chelsea have made him a serious option, with Koundé having been a key part of their plans for a while. It is expected that they will push for the deal to be made, although whether or not they agree a fee with Sevilla or pay his release clause is unclear. Is the Frenchman the right choice to help strengthen Chelsea's back line? Let us know who your pick would be in the comments section. Our final story comes from The Telegraph, who have reported that both Arsenal and Tottenham are set to do battle over the signature of Man City's Gabriel Jesus. The Brazilian is looking to leave the Etihad as he enters the final year of his contract with the Premier League champions. He joined them in 2016 from his native Brazil and has enjoyed a trophy-laden run at the club, but with the World Cup coming up, he feels he is in need of regular game time to strengthen his chances of making Tite's squad. Arsenal are well known to be interested in the striker, with his agent having already said that they have held talks, and Spurs are now apparently interested too, and he could reportedly cost around £60 million according to the report. Antonio Conte and the Tottenham hierarchy are eager to make a splash in the upcoming summer window, with the club confirming a £150 million cash injection. Plus, their recently confirmed place in the Champions League makes Spurs potentially serious players in the market. However, Arsenal feel they have a different potential advantage, with Brazilian outlet Globo stating that Jesus supposedly shares a good relationship with Gunners director Edu, who could play a crucial role in luring his compatriot to the Emirates Stadium. Given that City have two major attacking arrivals coming this summer in Julian Alvarez and Erling Haaland, game time will be hard to come by on what is already a very stacked squad. Jesus has already been played in a variety of roles up front in order to be accommodated, making the chance to spearhead another attack an inviting prospect for the 25-year-old. But where do you think Jesus will end up? Will he be representing the white or red side of North London next season? Let us know down below. So that's all we have time for this week on Transfer Talk. If you enjoyed the video, please leave us a like and subscribe to Football Daily if you haven't done so already. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.